as ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is a story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Hello there and welcome to CoreTV News on the Hour with me, Sabena Izuku. The much talked about APC presidential primaries has finally produced Muhammadu Buhari as a flag bearer of the party for the 2015 general elections. The 2 days event had all the aspirants slugged it with each other in a battle that had been described as many as most free, fair and credible exercise in the Nigerian's political history. Franco Malape witnessed the exercise and filed in this report.
904, 905, 906, 907.
The former military head of state polled 3,430 votes to beat other aspirants to clinch the party's ticket.
Atiku Abubakar, 954 votes. Muhammadu Buhari, 3,430 votes. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, 974 votes. Sam India Isaiah, 10 votes. And Rocha Anayo Okorocha, 624 votes.
Speaking after the presentation of a certificate of return and the party's flag, Muhammadu Buhari restated his willingness to lead well and also assured that the party will be victorious in the 2015 elections.
I am ready to lead Nigeria to its rightful future. I have always served Nigeria to the best of my ability. I have always tried to give more to the nation than it has given me. This is the principle of service that has guided my permanent life.
Some of the party stalwarts described the exercise as a reference point in the history of Nigerian politics.
Very powerful process to kickstart the momentum, to clear the audience table in Abuja. Understand what I said? A powerful process, a clinical process to kickstart the momentum to change mediocrity.
We want democracy in action. We want a very transparent, system. We want everybody to be satisfied at the end of the exercise to, prove that we are not out to support one candidate or the other, but we allowing a level playing ground.
Though Buhari, who had contested the presidential elections in the past without winning, will face President Goodluck Jonathan again in a presidential election that might determine the next phase of politics in Nigeria next year. Frank Omalape, CoreTV News, Lagos.
Meanwhile, leaders of the All Progressive Congress had to meet to decide a running mate for Muhammadu Buhari, who coasted home to victory in the party's presidential primaries. CoreTV News gathered that Rotimi Amechi, governor of Rivers State, is highly favored to pick the slot, while Yemi Osinbajo, a professor of law and former Attorney General of Lagos State under Tinubu, is also being considered. Kayode Fayemi, former governor of Ekiti State, is also thought to be in the running. But he is said to have lost the trust of Tinubu after a series of incidents this year leading to his failure to get re-elected as governor. Fayemi was also reported to have antagonized Tinubu during the party's convention in June, and the former governor of Lagos State is said to have developed cold feet at his possible candidature. The two-day national convention and presidential primaries of the All Progressive Congress did not produce Muhammadu Buhari alone as the winner. Trust Lagos traders as they catch on the event to record trade room. From food vendors to shoe vendors, the list is endless. Omotayo Law was at the Teslim Balogun Stadium venue of the APC presidential primary and returned with this report.
One can't but be marvel at this market atmosphere, no matter the size. For these traders, the major preoccupation at the event was simply to make money, and this they did in style at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Surulere. While delegates of the All Progressives Congress across the country were kept busy with the important business of deciding who the party's candidates will be for the 2015 presidential election, these traders maximized the opportunity to make some quick money.
Even in my shop, the money that I make in these 2 days, I don't think that I will make it in my shop, actually. But the price that I sold it at a cheaper rent because I need money. And you know, December is coming, so I need to travel and bring other goods.
Because summer is still low yesterday. It's still big for customer today. And the sell market is fine. Now it's sell from market 100 naira less.
This phone battery charger was smart enough. It took advantage of the occasion to double its service charge.
When there's no program, I charge 50, but now there's program, a lot of demand comes, so I switch to 100 naira per either battery or phones.
However, like Oliver Twist, the somewhat greedy traders want a repeat of such event, but every day, it is said, cannot be Christmas. Even as they smile to the banks without paying rent for space used, the mess created by the activities became the burden of officials of the Lagos State Waste Management Agency.
Aside from the primary elections holding in this area, Lagosians have also taken advantage of the business opportunity lying in this area. While some say they've made enough money for their pockets at this event, they are so excited that such events could continue. But beyond the economic boom and lots of cash they have in their pockets, they wish that the decision made in this place would make Nigeria a whole lot better than what it used to be. Omotayo Alo, CoreTV News, Lagos.
President Goodluck Jonathan is finally laid to rest speculations of the fate of his duty and by December by picking him as running mate for the 2015 presidential election. Jonathan made the announcement shortly after he was ratified as the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party at a special convention in Abuja. He argued that he has done enough to earn a second term, while suggesting that the opposition is a group of desperate power seekers with empty promises.
For Nigerians, the coming election is very, very simple. The choice between going forward or going backward. Between the new ways and the old ways. Between freedom and repression. Between the record of peaceful achievement and beneficial reform and desperate power seekers with empty promises. Architect Mohammed Namasam, a loyal and careful partner, a dependable, trustworthy gentleman, and a true patriot will be running mate. The past presidential candidate once again. With your continued support and the blessing of God Almighty, Vice President Sambo and I will campaign together to win another resounding victory. Hello, okay. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for President.
And while the All Progressive Congress converged on Lagos to pick a presidential candidate, the ruling People's Democratic Party held a special convention to ratify the candidacy of the President Goodluck Jonathan. At the end of the two-day event, Jonathan was endorsed by the delegates, while Adamu Muazu's position as party chairman was ratified. A number of the party leaders and faithfuls also expressed optimism on PDP's chance of extending its 16-year rule in 2015. A stage is again set for a repeat for the 2011 presidential election, and what is expected to be a battle royal. The two candidates of the two biggest political parties in Nigeria will once again go before Nigerians to seek votes come 2015. The expectation as well as the stakes are high. The report.
It is a rematch of old foes. Both of them squared off in 2011, and Jonathan drew the first blood. Who will draw the second blood this time around? Buhari, a former military head of state and retired general, has been the biggest bone in the ruling party's throat since 2003, when he first ran in the presidential race. Then he faced former President Olusegun Obasanjo in what was expected to be a very tough election. But at the end of the day, Obasanjo defeated him in what observers described as a sham of an election, while PDP scored 24,456,140 votes, representing 61.94% of the ballot. Buhari, as the candidate of All Nigerian People's Party, got 12,710,022, representing 32.19%. Buhari went to court, but also lost in a legal battle. In 2007, Buhari ran again on the ticket of ANPP, this time coming against his kinsman, Umaru Yar'Adua. Again, he lost, scoring 6,605,299, representing 18.72%, while Yar'Adua got 24,638,063 votes, representing 69.82%. Buhari challenged the result but lost in his case in court. In 2011, Buhari gave it another shot, this time as the candidate of the Congress for Progressive Change, CPC. He faced Jonathan for the first time, and while he did very well in the core north, Jonathan beat him around in the south and north central. Jonathan had 22,495,187 votes, representing 58.89%, while Buhari secured 12,214,853 votes, representing 31.98%. There was violence in parts of the north as results were being awaited, and hundreds of people lost their lives in the process, most notably members of the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC. They went to court and lost again. They are now going to have a rematch on February 14, 2015. This is Buhari's fourth attempt. He has failed thrice. Will he make it full-time lucky? The supporters are hopeful for the first time. The opposition in Nigeria is united. Three major opposition parties came together to form APC, thereby.
And away from that, the Kwara State PDP governorship primaries, which was marred with violence and accusation of fraud, has been reconducted. The National Assembly Simon Sule Ajibola clinched the party ticket ahead favourites Gbemi Saraki and Dele Begore. Correspondent Rashid has more in this report.
The rescheduled governorship primary started late in the night, while voting commenced around 2 a.m. It was, however, a keen competition between the aspirants, where the senator representing Kwara South Senatorial District, Simeon Ajibola, emerged the winner.
By the voting in the global primaries of Kwara State, I, Governor Gabriel Suswam, hereby announce Senator Simeon S. Ajibola, who, having scored the highest vote of 144, has become a clear winner in the global primaries conducted here this morning.
Dele Belgore and Gbemi Saraki polled 132 and 113 votes, respectively. The election, according to Simeon Ajibola, is victory to all. Some contestants also say Ajibola's governorship bid is the project of the entire party.
All the other contestants that in this exercise, there's no victor, no violence. We have the winner, and God will give us the winner. We
look up to the party to support the candidate to be able to win an election. Because in this matter, when we don't have a ruling party in the state, funding a campaign will be the essential burden of the party.
Owing to the boxing expertise exhibited by delegates in the botched Congress, Governor of Benue State Gabriel Suswan says the transparent process of the primaries is a signal that something good is coming from the PDP.
You can see that it is highly transparent, and the person who scored the highest is being declared the winner. And so, for the Dapton Thomases, something good has come out of Kwara PDP. At least primaries have been conducted transparently. There is no person protesting here because every person have accepted the outcome.
With the emergence of Senator Simon Ajibola as the flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party in Kwara State, the stage is now set and the die is now cast as he will slug it out with Abdel Fattah Ahmed in the 2015 gubernatorial election. And how this is going to play out in the election, the game begins now. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ilorin.
Former Minister of State for Defense Musiliu Obanikoro has gone to court to seek redress over his loss at the recent governorship primaries of the People's Democratic Party in Lagos. Obanikoro revealed through his Twitter handle that he has been taking his case to the Federal High Court in Abuja after he did not receive a response to his appeal from the PDP National Secretariat. According to him, the 48-hour timeline set out by the party in its electoral guideline has elapsed and has had no choice but to challenge the outcome of the primaries in the court. No date has been fixed for the hearing. We'll just take a short break, and when we return this time, a twin bomb blast has again hit the ever-busy terminus market in Jos. Just stay with us.
Every day, every hour, and every minute, news break in Nigeria. Things happen so fast, it's most times difficult to track and comprehend them. But that's what we do right here on Digit 360. 2015, would you want to come back again?
It's like asking Jesus Christ if he knew he was going to die, will you want to come back as the savior of the world again?
We do not just help you track the stories, we break them down, explore all the angles, analyze the issues so that you can fully comprehend the stories and use them to make the right decisions.
Welcome back to the news. For more information, you can reach us on our social media platform on facebook.com/CoreTV News and on Twitter @CoreTV News NG. On our YouTube, youtube.com/CoreTV with a space and then news. A twin bomb blast has again hit the ever-busy terminus market in Jos, the Plateau State capital. The explosions were said to have occurred late afternoon as people were preparing to go home around 6 p.m. local time, though no official statement has been made so far on the cause of the bombing or the casualty figure. The bombing occurred near the site of a similar one in May that led to the death of many, and it was at a time when the area was not as busy as it was usually. We will keep you posted on this on a subsequent bulletin. The Kano Police Commissioner Adirele Shinaba has confirmed that 4 people died and 7 others sustained several injuries. The twin bomb suicide bomb blast which rocked Kanti Kwori textile market in the state on Monday. The attack occurred less than 2 weeks after over 100 people were killed in a gun on a bomb attack on the Kano Central Mosque. The police commissioner, who briefed journalists, added that the suicide bombers were girls in hijab.
Well, so far, from what I gathered, there are about 6 dead people with 7 injured. The injured have all been taken to the hospital. The dead have been moved equally to the mortuary, including the 2 female suicide bombers. So what we are doing right now is to cordon off the entire marketplace so that people will not come under the pretext of sympathizing with the people and start looting the shop. We are here and we are going to put adequate security in place to discourage people who are coming to whom may want to loot the goods in the market. We are working in conjunction with the market union executives, and that's what we are doing so far. And the situation has been brought under control, as you can see things for yourself. Very soon we are opening the road, which we are blocking to prevent people surging forward in case there could be another blast. Our explosive ordnance department are already working around the market to ensure that there is no bomb that is still laden inside the market, so that we don't have more casualties.
What about the girls going by the report with the peacekeepers?
Sorry?
How about
The police authorities have commenced disciplinary action against the operative who tortured the couple in Lagos. This was after Inspector General of Police Suleiman Abba ordered an investigation into the alleged torture of a photographer and his wife around the Lekki roundabout. The police spokesman Emmanuel Juku, who confirmed this, said the officer is now undergoing administrative trial. He added that other police personnel whose conduct he noted did not speak well are also being sanctioned preparatory to further necessary actions. The police spokesman said the action is in line with the contents of the newly launched NPF Human Rights Practice Manual and Codes of the IG, as saying that the human rights abuse would not be tolerated in the force. Worried about the threats by a group of policemen to go on strike, the police authorities have warned against acts capable of jeopardizing public peace. Inspector General of Police Suleiman Abba also advised Assistant Inspector General and Command Police Commissioners to closely monitor men under their jurisdiction. This was after a group of 7 policemen issued a strike threat over some of the challenges of policing in Nigeria, including promotion and uniforms. IG Abba, however, said in a statement issued in Abuja that efforts are on to address welfare issues in the force. He also added that the police will not tolerate any acts of indiscipline, while noting that anyone caught making an inciting statement would not only be punished internally, but would also be made to face the wrath of law. The tirade between Ogun PDP chieftain Buruji Kashamo and former President Olusegun Obasanjo over the latest memos titled "My Watch" may be far from over. Buruji says and got an injunction from a court in Abuja to stop the former president from launching the book. But the court order was defied by Obasanjo, who went ahead with the occasion and subsequently lambasted the judge. Justice Valentine Ashi also gave the former president 21 days to show cause why he should not be punished for flouting the court order for going ahead to publish the book. Oluwase Adegoke met with 3 Lagos-based lawyers on the development and filed in this report.
2 of the 3 Lagos-based lawyers, Justice Uhuebu and Paul Onyeka, are of the view that the ex-president flouted the court order and deserved to be punished under the law.
Once any person, an individual group of persons, had faulted a court order, court judgment or court ruling without due process, it is contempt. What the court did was the right thing in the right direction by making such an order without wasting time. And if that is not done, the implication will be that the law courts in Nigeria will become a toothless bulldog. I am not only advocating that those books should be confiscated and all the rest, that the court should have even ordered for the arrest of the former President Obasanjo.
A court of competent jurisdiction gave such order. And I mean, the law is not respecter of anybody. And I guess the president may have overlooked that fact. And to me, I think it's in the right direction. And somebody of his personality is expected to live by example.
For the 3rd lawyer, Monday Ubani, though Obasanjo's conduct was unlawful in the face of the earlier court order, the ex-president should be given a chance to defend his action.
President Obasanjo has been given this opportunity now to come and explain why he should not be committed for contempt for having violated an express order of the court that he should not go ahead with the launching of the book. So he has the right now to come and explain. Now, if the explanation is not satisfactory, then the court now cannot commit him to prison, or any other penalty can be imposed upon him. But I think most of the time it's usually custodial sentencing that should go with the issue of contempt or disobeying court order.
Meanwhile, a 20 billion naira libel suit has been filed against Olusegun Obasanjo by Kashamu. Oluwaseyi Adegoke, CoreTV News, Lagos.
And that wraps it up on the news on this hour. Do join us at the top of the hour for more. I am Sabena Izoku, and thank you very much indeed for watching.